What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Put 'em on a Poster podcast. If you're new to the channel, my name's Chandler, and let's get into today's video, man. So, recently, I've been seeing a lot of people making content on this MVP race, and, I just wanted to hop in. I wanted to give my own opinions on it, too. I think this is going to be one of the tightest MVP races we've had in a while. Usually, the last couple years, we've had some runaway guys, man. Like, you see Jokic the last couple years, he's been so dominant, he's been running away with it easily. You look back at 2019, you get a little bit of a closer race with Harden and LeBron. Westbrook arguably could have lost that to James Harden. Westbrook won the MVP in 2018. Just going back, you see a lot of these races are like, they're close, but most of the time there's a pretty clear winner. This season, there isn't really that clear winner. There's a bunch of guys who have a possibility of potentially winning an MVP, but you just don't know who's going to get it right now. And right now, the favorite, in my eyes anyway, is the already two-time back-to-back MVP, Nikola Jokic. I think he'll end up getting his third one. He's been that good. He's been amazing this season. I mean, I just think he's been so incredible. And Denver's actually good this season. Denver's the number one seed out west. They have a 46-22 record. Jokic is averaging pretty much 25 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. He's averaging a triple-double as a center. Like, that's absurd. And don't get me wrong, I know there is some stat padding allegations, but he's doing this in 33 minutes per game. The other superstars that you see on here, they're averaging over 35-plus minutes per game. In the top 10 right now, according to Basketball Reference, you have Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, James Harden, which I'm surprised he's that high up there. Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, Domantas Sabonis, Damian Lillard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jimmy Butler, respectively. The rest of these guys, about 5 and below, 4 and below, where you get Harden. They have like a 5% or less chance, according to Basketball Reference, to win the MVP, which makes sense. None of these guys are really record-wise or talent-wise up there with the MVPs. Right now, Nikola Jokic is leading the pack, according to Basketball Reference, with 63% probability to win the MVP, followed by Joel Embiid with 12.1%, followed by Giannis Antetokounmpo with 7.8%. However, I think Nikola Jokic is still the MVP, just doing what he's been doing, averaging a triple-double in the season. He's shooting the ball amazingly, 62% from the field, 40% from three, which is incredible as a center to even think about. He's shooting the ball great from the line. I mean, you can make the argument that this is Nikola Jokic's best season, and he's won 2 MVPs before this. So, I mean, he's been an incredible player. He is a Hall of Fame talent. I mean, people that disrespect Jokic, and I've seen a lot of these narratives online saying that it's because of race that Nikola Jokic has a chance to win the MVPs, yada, yada. Stop that. That is not the case. Nikola Jokic right now is leading the MVP race, but I feel like Joel Embiid is starting to creep up there. And transitioning into that, Joel Embiid, he has a 12.1% chance, as I mentioned before. Despite this, he's been incredible for the ever since the All-Star break ended, and he's been keeping it going. He's averaging 33.4 points per game, which I'm pretty sure is leading the league. He's averaging 10 rebounds per game and about 4 assists. He's shooting the ball really efficiently, 53% from the field. He's getting a lot of field goal attempts, which is the difference. Jokic is only averaging 15 field goal attempts. Joel Embiid is averaging 20 and a half field goal attempts per game. He's shooting 35% from three, which is amazing as a center. I mean, the fact that he's even shooting over 30% is crazy to even think about. Shooting 57% from the two, and he's shooting 85% from the free throw line. Joel Embiid's defense has taken a massive step as well. Joel Embiid's always been pretty solid at defense, but he's been really, really good this season, averaging 1.1 blocks, 1.1 steals per game. And that's something that you can make the argument for him over Nikola Jokic is, hey, Joel Embiid is doing it on both sides of the court, and he is carrying the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, they have a 45-22 record. They're the 3rd seed right now. They have a chance to potentially jump up to 2 if Boston keeps sliding the way they have, considering they just lost to Houston yesterday, which is a pretty bad loss. But looking at them, they have a chance to jump up to 2, and maybe you make the argument saying, hey, it's been a two-way battle between Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic for a while now. Maybe you just go ahead and give this one to Joel Embiid, because he's been incredible this season. I mean, there's no denying that. He's making 10 free throws a game, which is just nuts to even think about. And I don't know, man. I think that you can make the argument for either one of them. Third, and obviously the final guy, which I think this race is so tight. You can really make a name for either one of these guys. It's like what I said earlier. I still think Nikola Jokic just got this by a tiny bit for the moment. But the third guy, Giannis Antetokounmpo, from the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 49-19, first in the East by a couple games, and he has a 7.8% chance, according to Basketball Reference, to win this MVP. It's definitely higher than this. Like, both of these percentages are, like, between Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo are definitely higher. But they both have been insane, or Giannis has been insane this season, averaging 31.5 points per game. He's averaging about 6 rebounds per game, and he's averaging about 5 assists per game. He's averaging 12 rebounds per game and 5 assists per game. Giannis is so incredible, and he's doing it on both sides of the ball. Like, he's won he's won a Defensive Player of the Year as well. It's like, Giannis is a lockdown defender. When he locks in and fully goes into it, he can clamp you up easily. And he's only averaging a 0.7 steals and 0.8 blocks on the season, which is low for Giannis, don't get me wrong, but he can lock in and play amazing defense. I mean, you've seen it in the playoffs, you've seen it in the finals. He can, whenever he locks in and puts it or gives it his all, he's one of the most unstoppable, if not the most unstoppable player in the league. And honestly, if he could develop a jump shot, which is something that he has been starting to develop a little bit, he's making about a 3 a game, shooting about 3 per game. He's averaging 28.9% from 3. His free throw percentage is 65.6, which is a little bit below average, but for Giannis, he doesn't necessarily need to shoot the ball. He's 6'11" and can drive and play like a guard. I mean, you look back like 5 or 6 seasons ago, Jason Kidd had him running point guard whenever he was the coach over here. That's how talented Giannis is. He can move, and he has such a great vision. He can make that extra pass, and that Bucks team is really good. Right now, they're the number 1 seed, and honestly, unless Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the Boston Celtics get it going, or maybe Philly keeps going on the win streak they've had, I don't foresee them losing that number 1 seed, and I foresee Giannis potentially winning the MVP. It really just depends, in my opinion, who has the best record, and obviously, who has the biggest impact on that record. And you can make the argument saying that, hey, Nikola Jokic carried his team the last couple seasons. Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. back. He's been better. That makes sense why he's number 1, or like they have the number 1 seed. Joel Embiid obviously adds James Harden in, which makes it better for him, which I think you could have gave Joel Embiid the MVP last season just strictly off the fact that he didn't have a superstar. He didn't have a guy next to him for most of the time. Ben Simmons didn't play. Ben Simmons just sat on the bench. And so now, with James Harden here, that pairing is amazing to even think about. And obviously the Bucks, they have Drew Holiday, they have Chris Middleton, they have Brook Lopez. They have these guys on their team. They have good role players like Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton, Bobby Portis. Like, that team is super deep. So, I mean, arguably, you could make the impact or the judgment and say, hey, which team is most likely to win a championship? Which team has the best team to win a championship? And which player is going to provide the most impact towards winning that championship? And so, I hate to say it because it is a regular season award, but I feel like part of this MVP is going to go towards, okay, who is going to have the biggest impact in the playoffs? Who is going to carry this team or their teams and say, all right, we're going to go get a title? Because you can make the argument that every single one of these teams are contenders. Like I said before, Milwaukee's number 1 seed, Philly's number 3 out east, and Denver is the 1 seed out west. And they're all super loaded with talent, super deep teams, and this is going to be a really tight battle between all of those teams. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I'm excited to see how this MVP race plays out. And a lot of these awards, too, because a lot of these awards are fairly close. I mean, some of them arguably, they run away. Like, you can make, but like most improved player, for example, you can make the argument between Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Lauri Markkanen. Who knows? But, you look at something like Rookie of the Year, it looks like Paolo's kind of running away with it. But Jalen Williams, my guy from OKC, starting to come back in there. So, who knows? It's going to be a really interesting season. I think Coach of the Year is one of those awards, for example, that just run away with it. Joe Mazzulla easily, I think, has it. But I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited to see how everything plays out. And obviously, playoffs are coming up too. So I'm excited. There's going to be a lot more content coming on the way. So if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and I just want to say thank you for watching again. I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.